goes, watching TV shows, and some of it's good and some of it blows. And when we finish the movies, yeah, we need a scotch, and we turn to each other and say, what did we just watch? And we're recording. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
We're here with our first guest.
Woo!
Oh my god, first?
Yes,
Yeah.
first guest. First guest
on the new pod.
Shut up. Oh my gosh. I'm so honored.
Yeah.
We're so blessed to have Karla Kaplan here today with us.
Ooh.
On what did we just watch? Is that just a solo thing?
I wasn't ready.
I don't
I thought my cadence would get you there. Like I feel like I paused at a good
Yeah,
time.
that was my fault.
It was our
okay.
bad.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's probably better than us struggling through saying it all at once. Anyway.
That's true. Maybe this is the better way. Yeah, well, welcome. We're so excited to have you here. And we got a lot for you today. The policy on what did we just watch is that our guest brings a piece of content for us to watch.
Mm-hmm. It's a new policy we just made up.
Yeah. But it's law now.
Our word is law.
Yes, that's the only thing we have power over is this podcast. So, and today we're watching a video called I Might Boycott Bath and Body Works. Karla, do you want to speak a little bit on why you chose this for us to watch before I recap what we saw in the video?
Absolutely. This video was shown to me by my good friend Cody Mills in college. Shout out to Cody. And I don't know how I missed it before. I'm shocked that you guys missed it, but I was mortified that one of you would have seen it because I just really wanted everyone's like pure reaction to whatever I was going to bring, which is why I like messaged the podcast, which is so weird because I have all of your numbers. So I was just like, oh my God, like I need this to like immediately get to all three of them. It's just one of those like internet videos, like every once in a while, my fiance, who is just like not as into the internet in general, I'll just realize that she hasn't seen something that was like a cultural reset for me. And I recently showed her this one and she like enjoyed it and actually got it. Because sometimes I show her like TikTok trends or whatever and it just goes right over her head. But this one I was like, okay, this one like holds up. It's like as funny as the first time I saw it. And so I really just wanted to share it with you all.
Yes. I can't wait to dive into this one. Shout out to Vinny, also our friend, Karla's fiance. Yeah, I'm excited to dive in. This one's on YouTube, so if you guys, I'll put it in the description below. But if you're too lazy to do that, I'm gonna give us some background on what we just viewed. It's about
what did we just watch?
What did we just watch is a real question that I have after I watched this was definitely, what did we just watch? For starters, this video is 11 minutes long, and my notes are quite lengthy on this video. So I'm going to just get into it and chat about I Might Boycott Bath and Body Works, RANT in capital letters. So we start off the video, and there's a lovely woman filming in her home. And she gives us a little bit of a warning that this video is going to be extremely explicit. So if you don't like cursing, then you better just turn off your camera because this one's not for you. This one's not for you. Okay?
Yeah, except for she only curses really like 2 or 3 times throughout this.
Yeah, she really
It wasn't that explicit.
Yeah, she censored herself.
We'll get it. Yeah, we'll get into the ins and outs, but it really is not that explicit. But in case you're sensitive, to any explicit content, this might not be the one for you. So she also talks about how she's furious. She's from Wisconsin and she's furious. And we're soon to find out this whole tale of why this woman from Wisconsin who's been angered, why she's pissed. So the story starts, this woman is a frequent buyer of Bath and Body Works, and currently at the Bath and Body Works around her, she just recently went to Bath and Body Works, excuse me, and I have to mention that she states that she had been shaking for the past hour, which is really concerning and kind of lays out the emotional state that we're about to be put into, because it was a whole hour of shaking. So she was just at the Bath and Body Works. Her local Bath and Body Works were hosting a 2 for $20 candle sale, which is a great deal for all, something that I wouldn't want to turn away. And the candles that she was particularly interested in were 2 cents. We have a winter candy apple and an iced gingerbread. So those sound great. I would love to have those in my house.
I would rather have winter candy apple though. I don't know about iced gingerbread.
But it's a 2 for $20 sale. So I'm going to be getting both if I were in this situation.
I was going to say I'd prefer iced gingerbread, so I could like get both and you could have one.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'm glad this worked out.
Perfect.
It's
the last day of the sale, and tensions are running high because she hasn't found her her winter candy apple and iced gingerbread candles. So as we mentioned before, she's in Wisconsin. She's calling all these stores, and she calls the store specifically in Appleton, Wisconsin. Okay. She also calls 4 other stores: Green Bay, Oshkosh, Appleton, and I couldn't figure out the last one, but there are 4. There were 4 of them, and none of them to be found. None of the candle scents that we want, which is honestly just devastating. And she keeps calling, and she even lets this Appleton store know, if I'm harassing you, just let me know, which is a good disclaimer for the store staff and members. She says, if you're harassing me, let me know. She leaves her name and number to see if they have these candles in stock. And lo and behold, one day she does get a call that the store has it in Appleton, Wisconsin. She asks them to put them aside, to put those 2 candle scents aside, because she needs to go do some shopping at Oshkosh, but then she's going to head on over. So the people say, okay, will do. So her and her mom are shopping away in Oshkosh. Okay. She takes a little brief detour to mention she's wearing a Packers shirt. She shows us proudly. And she talks about how on this day, the Packers won, but she wouldn't know. She was just too busy taking care of bitches all day.
Yeah. We don't know if the Packers were even playing that day, honestly.
We don't know. We are too busy taking care of bitches. And the bitches are in question are about to pop up, so there's no suspense here. Bath and Body Works gives her a call. She's in Oshkosh shopping. They say, hey, when are you coming down? The candles are actually not in our immediate store, but they're in an off-site store. I'm doing air quotes around off-site store if you are listening to the audio version. But we just need to go run out and get them. So just let us know when you're gonna be here. So she says, okay, I'm in Oshkosh. We're gonna be done in like 15 minutes. Then I'm gonna bop over to Appleton and I'll be at your store. Quick in and out, easy peasy transaction. So she drives on over. There's a little bit of traffic because like we were talking about, there's something going on with the Green Bay Packers, but she makes it. Her mom shops and spends $60 worth of stuff.
Just 60.
And so she goes to the store in Appleton, Wisconsin, the Bath and Body Works in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Kept repeating it in case you guys didn't get it.
In case we weren't sure where it was, Appleton, Wisconsin. And she goes up to the register and she's like, I'm here, because she's been communicating with the store. And there's a blonde woman at the register who we find out is a bitch. And she's like, I'm not really sure like what you're talking about with these candles. We don't have them. So what a bitch move, honestly. So she leaves, the blonde woman leaves to get the manager. And then we found out that the store, the people at the store have not left to go get those candles from the off-site location, which is devastating news for her. They tell her that the store is busy and they didn't have time to leave. But when she looks around, there's not a soul in sight, because why? The Green Bay Packers were doing something that day. So they
hopefully playing football that day.
There was no excuse. There was no excuse. So she's waiting. They tell her to wait. They're going to ring up people in front of her. She's waiting. Oh, and then here's the queen bitch. The queen bitch is about to enter. The store manager, Miss Jen, air quotes around Jen also for those listening. She comes out and she says the worst news of all. She thought they had candles at the off-site store, but they only have the 4 ounces, which is not the one she wants. She wants the big boys.
She wants the triple wick.
Yeah, she wants those triple wicks. And she offers to call around, but this is where this woman hits her breaking point, because she has been calling to all the stores, all the 4 stores in Oshkosh,
For a week.
Appleton, Green Bay, and the other one that I can't remember, for a week. Okay? And she's come all the way to Appleton, Wisconsin, and they're not there. So she's pissed. So they're sorry. The lady's like, sorry, we can't really do anything about it. So she's like, give me my candles back. I forgot to mention this. This is important. She had 2 peach Bellini candles that she wanted to like trade in for these other scents. So she had given the store, the Appleton, Wisconsin store, her peach Bellinis. Now she's demanding them back. She says, give me back my candles. Okay. That's important. While this woman's packaging up her candles, Miss Jen, this woman is like, hey, I've been through all this emotional trauma. I deserve a free item. Like, you need to give me something. Because she trucked her and her mother all the way out here. And Jen just offers her some coupons. And this is where it all falls apart. She says, Jen, I have every coupon that Bath & Body Works offers. Okay. And instead of responding and giving her something to compensate for her time, Jen pushes her off to an 800 number and says she can talk to a live person. And so
this is my favorite part.
To which this woman questions, who the fuck am I talking to now? But don't worry, she didn't actually say the F word to Jen. That was just kind of an internal thought there. But she thought that Jen was a live person, so there's a lot of confusion here. And then she says, give me my candles now. She really sets her boundaries there. She demands her candles. And then she's on her merry fucking way, in her words. At the end of the video, she cautions, after this horror story that we were exposed to, that she is going to be calling the district manager for the Appleton, Wisconsin store. And Jen, your ass is going to get reamed. That's another caution that's put in the video. And then she says, thank you for watching, and closes us off with, the Jen, the manager from Appleton, needs to check her shit. So that is
wise words.
I might boycott Bath & Body Works or RANT.
Wow, you did a fantastic job recapping that. I think
that was
the
really
first
good.
time I watched this, I had absolutely no idea what was going on, like geographically. The timeline was all muddled. You just really, wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we're getting better at taking like spark notes of things so we can like talk about them.
Yes, thank you. Where do we want to start, ladies? Because this is really...
Let's start with the
so
beginning line. The disclaimer, please. Can we talk about that?
Sure.
She was like, I'm going to curse a lot. And we said previously, she does not curse that much in this video. She actually censors herself quite frequently. And I was just like, what's going on? I think that's really sets the tone of what this video was going to be, because I had no idea.
I agree. The other thing that set the tone for me is the title and how might is in all caps. So it's, I might boycott Bath & Body Works. Like, that's the emphasis, which I find very interesting. After all the harrowing journey she went through, she's still not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also thought she wanted us to boycott it with her, but it seemed like it was more like just an inside rant. Like, she just wanted to get this out.
Yeah.
Agreed. She also says something in the beginning about if you don't like angry people from Wisconsin, which I just love, because that just makes me think of those like super specific t-shirts that Facebook will try to sell you that are like, I'm angry, I'm from Wisconsin, I have green eyes. I don't know, like, how many people have an opinion about angry people specifically from Wisconsin? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think I've ever run across an angry person from Wisconsin. I don't know if I've met a single person from Wisconsin.
Yeah. Sorry if any of our friends are actually from Wisconsin.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
But are they angry?
Yeah. See, that's the difference, is
about candles.
They might not be angry.
3 wick.
You're right.
Yeah, that's the other thing is, not to like be on a Karen side or anything, but it seems like the communication with the store, they need a little lesson in communication. Because I think if they had told her they didn't have it, she would have kept calling. She would have kept harassing them. But then they wouldn't have had to deal with her
in person.
In person. Yeah.
It's that off-site location. They must have needed a better like record of what was in their off-site location.
My off-site location, I'm just thinking of like a warehouse just full of Bath and Body Works candles, and they're desperately looking for a winter candy apple and iced gingerbread.
Oh my gosh! They should have just set her loose in a warehouse like that, and then like, you figure this out. You want these candles so badly.
Yeah, I'm thinking of poor Jen like digging through boxes in like a dark warehouse, like only finding the 4-ounce jars and just crying at the prospect of having to tell Karen that they don't have the triple wick.
I mean,
what blew my mind. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say, if you're gonna get the 2 for $20 candle sale, you might as well get the triple wicks. Like, I'm not gonna be wasting my money on a candle from Bath and Body Works if it's not the big mama triple wick candle. And I think she deserved to speak up for that. I think she deserved that. Settling for a 4-ouncer wouldn't be fair.
True.
I did not know you were going to take her aside. I can't wait to talk about how you feel she should have been compensated at the end.
What blew my mind though is when she held up both peach bellinis and was like, "I'm going to exchange these for the winter candy apple and the iced gingerbread." I'm like, hello? I don't know if that's how the sale works. You can just
that was the other thing. Like
candles and exchange it like that.
Yeah, okay, so I have a couple of questions about the sale, like things that were in my brain while we were watching this. First off, like, okay, I get like 2 for $20 on like big candles. Sounds like a good deal. I don't buy a ton of candles, but I know that they can like be a bit expensive. But like, how expensive is a triple wick candle from Bath and Body Works? Because we need to think about the like cost benefit ratio of like all of the effort she put into finding these candles. Like, how much money was she really saving?
Not that much, I'm sure.
She really was saving nothing because she wanted to do an exchange. So why did she need to do it during the sale?
Why did she buy 2 peach bellinis the first
She bought 3. That's why she was exchanging 2, because she had 1.
There's so many different like scents at Bath and Body Works, and you choose 2 peach bellinis, 3 peach bellinis.
What's wrong with the peach bellini? You wouldn't want to light up a peach bellini? That sounds
I think there's a lavender, there's the wild cherry blossom I could pick up. There are a lot of scents.
But to Emily's point, she was trying to get the winter scents. That is why she went on this journey.
But she bought
she had to get the peach bellinis because there were no winter scents. What's not clicking?
Also, in response to Emily, like, I have no idea how much money she was saving or trying to save, but I feel like she clearly did not know how much her like sanity was tethered to these candles. So it's definitely worth like whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I was gonna say like they make her happy, but it's not just that. It's like they make her like able to function.
She becomes a live human being when she has her candles.
It's not about the money anymore. She needs her candles.
Maybe I just relate because I'm a Taurus. Also, I'm not actually on this woman's side. I just thought it'd be fun to talk about.
No, I'm enjoying this.
I think we need at least one defender of her.
Yeah. There are also
the devil's
great
advocate
winter
of candles
scents that are better than winter candle. I think I've smelled winter candy apple. I actually really do like that one. But I think there are also other winter scents she could have chosen.
Yeah, I feel like Bath and Body Works must have like other winter scents. I mean, I don't know when the last time I've been to Bath and Body Works was. I feel like it was like a destination in like middle school when the mall was a thing and like got some lotions.
I go to Bath and Body Works every Christmas because it's an easy aunt gift to be like, here's some lotion.
True.
That's smart. I like sweet pea from Bath and Body Works. I use that.
I had that in lotion.
Yeah, that was a good one. I had body wash for sweet pea too. The fun thing about Bath and this is so off topic.
Ad. We just become an ad for Bath.
Oh wait, speaking of ads, this woman had like 16 ads in her video.
So many ads.
Rolls. Oh my gosh.
Literally, she would be saying a sentence and it just cut off. Like the ads are not even placed in a way where it's like a little bit, I don't know, it makes sense. It's just like she's like, I want my peach, and then it goes to an ad, and it goes to Belidi, and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's wild.
She needed to make that money to buy more candles with her ad revenue. I get it.
Maybe we just don't know the layout of Wisconsin well enough, or like the geography within, because I went to Target the other day and got a big boy for like $10. So I'm like, you could just go to Target and get a couple of like Christmas scented candles for the same price as you would at the Bath and Body Works sale.
But
They
again,
might
she
not have
wanted
winter candy
yeah,
apple.
You're right.
She wanted
You're right.
winter candy apple.
Yeah.
I am gonna look up a map of Wisconsin and see like.
Yes, I would love to do like a road trip of exactly the journey she went on.
Can we?
Yeah.
You could share your screen. Hold on. It should be shared. Yeah, you should be able to share your screen, and we can take a look and break this down, because you're right. She did emphasize. I'm also curious what the other stores that she called. Like, did she live in Oshkosh? Like, that wasn't really clear.
She
Was it
didn't. She
Nina?
mentioned where she lived. She said the name of a town.
I
don't
I think it was like
Nina.
Nina or something.
Oh, Nina. Okay.
But I think the suggestion was that she lived closer to Oshkosh and that Appleton was far away. That was
Yeah,
like what was
that's
implied.
That's what I was getting to. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't figure out if she lived in Oshkosh or closer to Oshkosh.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Any luck pulling up the map?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure we can like actually read it and see where the towns are. Let's see if this one works.
Can you find a map of the Bath and Body Works locations, like on Google?
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, I see Oshkosh. Oh, Oshkosh and Appleton are very close together.
Where is it?
Oh, and she also called Green Bay.
Oh, Green
and
Bay's
that's up
right
there.
here. Where's
Appleton is southwest, and then Oshkosh is a little bit south of that. They're both next to Lake Winnebago. I don't know how big Lake Winnebago is, but like it doesn't look that big. Like I feel like those are.
Well, she made it seem like it was a normal Sunday drive because she was like, I'll be there
True.
in like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
There was traffic though because of the Packers game.
Oh, wait. I just looked up the route, like the minutes from Oshkosh to Appleton. It's actually 25 minutes. So was she just driving at top speed for these candles, or?
Her poor mom with her $60 bags being like, oh my God, we better get these candles quick.
Oh my gosh. And then how far is it from Nina to Appleton? Hold on. Let's
Might
see.
not be on the map.
11 minutes? Why is she bitching about this? She's only 11 minutes away? Are you fucking kidding me?
She did not say that well. She made it seem like she was far away.
Well, maybe the Green Bay Packers, whatever was going on, changed the game.
Maybe.
Maybe that changed it. So what do we think about Jen's reaction? So like Jen pointing to the receipt and asking her to call an 800 number to speak to a live person instead of compensating her with something after all her turmoil. How are we feeling?
I mean,
actually,
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I was actually surprised about how Jen reacted, because I feel like when you're dealing with a customer like that, you would just be like, sure, take a candle and just leave. I'm surprised she was like, please contact this number and you'll figure it out with corporate. I was actually surprised that she did do that.
Yeah,
I mean, I was gonna say my guess is that she was like constrained by store policy to not just give away free candles. That was my guess, because I felt the same way. I was like, if it was me, I would have just been like, here, take a stupid like 4-ounce candy apple candle and go on your merry way and leave me alone, please. So I feel like maybe she couldn't, because I don't know, like I've had service jobs in the past and like I wasn't a manager, but there were like lots of things that like customers wanted you to do that you like weren't physically allowed to do. So I figured it could be something like that, but I don't know.
What do you think, Karla?
Yeah, I agree with Kiana. It's definitely like poking the beast. I don't know that I would have made that call. I feel like I've never worked in the service industry, so I totally get that, you know, she probably wasn't allowed to. But if I could just have it my way, I feel like I would like personally like eat the cost of the free item that I'm giving her rather than tell her to call an 800 number, because she's clearly someone who's like called those numbers before. She knows it's like a long road. She's already had a long day. She says in the video that she had like a very pleasant facial expression, and you just know that's so not true.
There's no way.
No,
There's no way.
But I definitely admire the move, It's like a real like,
it's a boss bitch move.
Yeah.
She wasn't afraid. Like, this woman comes in is clearly unhinged because she's been calling the local Bath and Body Works, harassing them about the candles in stock.
That she even admit to. She was like, if I'm harassing you, let me know. Like, customer service person is gonna be like, stop harassing us about these candles.
And then she calls back again. She's like, I know I gave you my like number so I wouldn't have to call, but here I am.
And then she shows up. Yeah, then she shows up in person. The candles don't work out. At that point, I would have bought her one myself. Like, I would have eaten it from my paycheck and been like, fuck it, just like go away.
True.
Take the candle.
Bought her 2 more peach bellinis because that's the only sense
But like that whole series of events was what made me realize that this woman has like, I would bet like all of my life savings on the fact this woman has like not worked a service job once in her entire life or known anyone who did, because she was just like, so she was unaware of how like anything would work. Like, she called the girl a bitch at the cash register for like not knowing the situation with her and her candles. And I'm like, this girl, like she whatever, I'm assuming like she wasn't the manager, the first cashier that she interacted with who she called a bitch wasn't the manager, so we can assume she was like probably just some woman who was there, like made like minimum wage or close to it, and would just like probably had just like clocked in for her shift and was just trying to like get through the day, like selling candles and helping customers with like trying out lotions. And this woman is like just blowing like everything out of proportion, like absolutely upset that she doesn't know like how many times she's called about the winter candy apple candle. Like,
also, thank
someone else
goodness
answered the phone.
Yeah, thank goodness she didn't catch her name, because she was really trying to identify her, saying that she was blonde.
Yeah,
that was like all she could remember. But Jen's a manager. She's tangled up in this. But if she knew like the first cashier's name, she totally would have put it on blast.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that she didn't try harder to get the first cashier's name, because she was like calling her a bitch. So I feel like when you have like a bad interaction with someone, you'd be like, I'm gonna get their names. But she was like, no, it's all about Jen and me trying to get Jen fired.
Yeah, back to Kiana's point, I think it would have been fucking hilarious if Jen had just grabbed another peach Bellini and that was the compensation gift. And she said, yeah, sure, here's a peach Bellini. Like, that would be truly like waking up and choosing violence. And I kind of wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah, I kind of also want to see what, like, did Bath and Body Works ever hear, like, corporate ever hear about this video, or they just,
oh my
like,
god, I'm sure they did, right?
I'm sure she sent it to them. Thinking that she was gonna get Jen fired, which, like, I find hilarious as well. Like, I just imagine that the interaction of, like, this woman calling the district manager, and, like, I'm sure that, like, Jen has already told him or her about, like, the interaction that Jen had with this woman, and he's like, I feel as though Jen did not get in trouble for this.
I personally feel like this is great for Bath and Body Works, because number one, they really didn't do anything wrong. Like, I guess, Emma, you said their communication could have been a little better, but like, it's not that big a deal. And also her desperation to get these candles is just, it really hypes up those candles. Like, I want to smell them now.
Yeah.
They must smell good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Maybe our gifts to each other should be those 3 wickers. We're not going to go cheap on this one. I'm going to do a 3 wick.
But the thing is...
Wait, there's a follow-up video. I'm sorry. I was just Googling to see if Bath and Body Works had seen it, and there's a follow-up video.
How long is it?
Hold on, let me see. It says, the title is Boycott Bath and Body Works. I think not, and it's 6 minutes.
Oh my gosh, is she like what do you call that? Is she getting paid by Bath and Body Works?
Yeah, an ad
to create a viral video.
Okay, wait. Apparently, they sent her the candle scents in the mail, and according to the Angela's follow-up video, the store did not fire Jen.
That's great to hear. I'm glad everything
really
worked
glad.
out. I'm glad. Well, I'm mostly glad that Jin did not get fired. That's I knew she wasn't, but there's
Poor
always
Jin.
that one possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured that she wasn't actually going to boycott from what Emily said. Like, after like the most traumatic experience, it seems, of her life, she still was like on the fence, you know, but she might boycott it, you know. It was like pretty obvious to me that she wasn't going to.
Oh, no way.
Relies too much.
She has every Bath and Body Works coupon there is. This woman's not leaving
Yeah.
the store anytime soon.
Yes,
She made sure to tell that to Jen too. She has every single one. She doesn't need anymore.
We also didn't talk about the point where in the video where she gestures to the empty Bath and Body Works. It's like, there's no one here. Why didn't you run to go get the candles from the off-site location? Like people could just like leave the department store to go to the off-site location to grab these candles.
Yeah, I think that goes back to Emily's point where she just doesn't understand how working a service job works and like thinks people can just drop literally everything and like close the store. Be like, okay, sorry guys, store's closed. We actually have to run to get Angela's candle. Hope you guys are cool. Don't worry, we'll be back in a few. Really important mission. Like that, they can't just do that. That's just not how stores work.
Yeah, like she also was like, nobody's here. How dare you not have time? But she also, during the course of her story, described the cashier at least 2 times helping other people that were in line. And like that was part of her story of how rude it was that they were only paying attention to her. But I'm like, you're undermining your own point because you keep talking about people waiting in line in front of and behind you.
That's a good point. I didn't even
Really
think
like
about that.
fairly busy. It wasn't like, you know, Black Friday packed. But like,
honestly, guys, if she really wanted those candles, the scents, she would have just gotten the 4 ounces. Like, let's be honest, that's really wanted these. Them. Like, it's not like it's smaller, so you're like, wow, I can't smell anything from this. Like, it's still a candle.
I feel like it was less about the scents and more about the like being the right, like getting her coupon, like getting her deal. Like, I don't think it was as much about the scents.
Totally. You know what would be like really therapeutic for her maybe is like getting into candle making and just not bothering service workers with her requests.
She'll make her own winter candy apple.
There. And
the good people of Bath and Body Works would be free from the stress that she causes, and she would be happy. I think that's ideal.
Pay for her classes or her materials.
I wonder if like she ever saw Jen again. Like, if she ever went to that Appleton.
We'll have to see the follow-up another time. We'll have to see that follow-up and see if she talks about it.
Yeah.
I liked her accent also. That was one of the thought I had, was just the Wisconsin accent. I kind of vibe with it. I kind of like it.
It was subtle. Like at certain words he said.
It had a charm. Mm-hmm. Appreciated it. Any other thoughts, ladies?
I'm trying to think.
I have a few.
Okay, let's hear it.
At one point she says this was all just a bad situation that ended badly, which that like audio clip plays in my head sometimes when everything is just going horribly, because you would expect her to say like, you know, a bad situation that turned out okay, or like a good situation that went poorly, but it's a bad situation and surprise, it ends badly. And I'm just a fan of that phrase. I also think that this story makes for a great, I've never done it and I'm upset that I haven't, but like a great group or couples like Halloween costume. It's very like customizable. You could be Angela and the candle. If you have a lot of friends, you could have like one winter candy, one iced gingerbread, like a couple peach bellinis. You could have Jen, you could have the blonde woman. You know, you got the Packers shirt, so it's like an easy shirt that you can like buy.
You could have people dressed up as the cities. You could have someone go as Oshkosh. You could
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
It's gonna be a costume for a crew.
Yeah. College friends who like to dress up as group costumes. Here you go.
Great idea for you.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's great. Okay, Karla, at the end of our episodes, we rate what we think the video is out of 10. And you can choose what items you're rating. So like maybe you would do 10 peach bellinis or 10 gens or 10 offsite locations. So be thinking of your rating. Does anyone have a rating?
Are we seriously rating it on like it's like the quality of the video or like the entertainment experience?
I think it's pretty subjective. You can do whatever you want.
I'll wait for
right.
you
You
guys
also
to
have
your
a
rating too.
you could also explain it as well.
Yeah.
So
Does anyone have a rating?
I think I'm gonna go 8.5 peach bellinis because
Wow.
I actually thoroughly enjoyed this video and laughed because it was so ridiculous, and I think our viewers were also like watch it and laugh because everyone has similar humor to us. So yeah, I'm gonna do 8.5. I'm not gonna give it a 10 because it doesn't deserve a 10 quite yet.
It does not. Emily, what are you thinking?
I think that I will give it an 8 out of 10 iced gingerbread candles. I think the entertainment value was superb. I had a great time watching it. I was really invested in the story about Jen and the candles. I did have to knock off a couple of points for just bringing up a lot of poor memories from my high school job at Panera Bread, as well as my other service jobs, but mostly Panera Bread, if we're being real. That's where the clientele was very similar to this woman. So, there were some past experiences there that I am now remembering, but overall, 8 out of 10.
Wow. Okay. I think I'm also going to give it an 8 out of 10 blonde bitches at the register. I think that we had like I think she's a good storyteller. I think she really like draws us in.
True.
And keeps us engaged the whole time while we hear this haunting recount of her experience at Bath and Body Works. And I would agree with Emily that it just gave me the scaries back to when I worked at Pizza Hut. And I also, I have to knock off a few points because poor Angela, she didn't get her winter scents, and that hurts to hear. So I think I'll stick with an 8 too. Karla, what are you thinking?
All right. I'm giving it 3 out of 3 wicks. I'm a little bit of an optimist, and I just have a feeling that in the future, when this whole like Karen phenomenon is hopefully like behind us, that this will be like a really important like artifact of like original Karens, you know what I mean? And just the fact that she asked people to like spread it and share it because she was so mad, and then people did spread it and share it because it was so funny. I'm just hopeful that it was like a life-changing moment for her. I've seen that she's still posting on YouTube when I was looking this up to come on the podcast. I haven't seen any of her newer videos, but I'm just really hoping there's been some character growth. So no hate. Well, I'll need to check it out. But 3 out of 3 because I'm hopeful that this was a reset for her personally and maybe for us as a society in the future.
I like that.
That's great.
I like that. That's great. Good insight there.
It's gonna be part of a digital history archive. 100 years from now, they're gonna be wondering what we did in 2012 when they find this video about Bath and Body.
Oh my gosh, what a year! 2012. That's when Froggy Fresh was around too, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the year that we were all supposed to die. Remember?
Oh yeah, that too. And we didn't, but we didn't get our candles at Bath and Body Works, so it's almost as bad as dying. Some would say.
I literally did die because I didn't get that winter candy apple. So.
Well, thank you, Karla, for hopping on to
everyone.
Pod. Yay!
Oh my gosh, this is such a blast. I hope that you guys will have me back on when you're famous and popular and have celebrity guests.
You are a celebrity.
Yeah, you're a celebrity already.
Yes. Is there anything you want to plug? Like, do you have anything you want to?
That's such a good question. I kind of thought you might ask me. I'm going to say I'm at Carlita_tweets on Twitter. It is private and I only let friends follow me, but some friends might be listening that don't know that. And like one day I might want to go public and I can just have people sitting in like, the request place. If you want to look that up.
Great. And she's got some good tweets there. So I would recommend. All right. Well, this was another episode of
What did
we just watch?
Okay. See you guys.
We're getting closer.